Bartleby. Was Wisconsin really that bad?
Bow down, stupid!
It has begun!
It's showtime.
I must predict.
I'll be back.
This is Video Store Clerks. Welcome to the store.
Hey! What's going on, YouTube land? How your ears doing there, Chuck? Had to give him that Kevin Smith opening.
Right.
It is Tuesday, 10 p.m. Your Video Store Clerks return. I am Chatty Chad Mang. There is no Dave. Dave is not here, Mang. He's out there doing some other things.
I'm Buddy Mike.
Yeah, I'm Chuck Nasty. Good to be here.
And again, we are your Video Store Clerks podcast. Tonight we'll be talking about the 1999 Kevin Smith film Dogma. But we are going to start out the show as we usually do with the news.
Easter eggs are not really Easter eggs.
Okay. I make chocolate.
Organizers in Eatontown had hoped for hundreds to join them in the protest against the movie Dogma. Instead, they got less than 24, but they were joined by this man. He wouldn't admit it, but he looked and sounded suspiciously like Dogma's writer, director, co-star, and New Jersey resident, Kevin Smith.
I don't think it stands for anything positive.
What does it stand for?
I don't know, but I've been told not good.
Dogma is dog shit.
Dog shit.
I've always respected him for doing that.
Pop open this here chatteroo. All right, so first up on the news, we have this week's top 10 box office smashers. Starting out with number 10, Cooley. First week out, did $2.4 million. I was going to watch a trailer before we got on here today, but I did forget. It happens.
What's it called?
Cooley.
Ah.
Coolie. No idea either. Number 9, F1 the movie, still hanging out. The $2.7 million this week, doing $183 million the last 8 weeks. And number 8 is Jurassic World Rebirth, did $2.9 million this week, bringing it 7 weeks up to $332 million. Number 7, The Naked Gun, $4.9 million. Did 3 weeks, it did $42 million. It's falling off.
Not too good.
Number 6, Superman, did $5.2 million this week. Been out for 6 weeks and brought in $341 million thus far. And number 5, The Bad Guys 2, $7.5 million this week, doing $57.2 in the last 3 weeks. You got a chance to see that one yet, Chuck? I know you've been talking about it.
Not yet. They've been playing it a lot at the local drive-in, and I'd like to actually take Dax to that at some point because me and him both really enjoy the first one. Fun little animated film for the whole family.
I haven't been to the drive-in in forever.
Man, either have I, and that's one thing I want to do is take my kids to a drive-in.
Not enough of them. Not enough of them out there.
Nope.
The last thing I saw there was E.T. and Crush Groove.
Wow.
Last time that I was at a drive-in, I saw it was 1408 and the Rob Zombie version of Halloween.
All right. Well, there's one in Virginia somewhere, but never been. Number 4, The Fantastic Four. First Steps did $9 million this week, doing $247 million the last 4 weeks. And number 3, the new release, Nobody 2, did $9.2 million this week. I figured it'd have a little higher numbers, but I guess everybody was just kind of bummed because I think the last one went straight to Prime, didn't it?
I think so.
But I do want to see it. I just don't know if it's theater worthy.
I didn't mind the first one.
Oh, I
didn't either.
It was kind of surprising because you think Bob Odenkirk, mostly comedy. You're not an action guy, but usually a Streisand, but he was rocking the shit in this one.
Yeah, what's fucked up too is he's done all that training and he still did it after the first one.
Yeah,
like he's a badass.
I wouldn't fuck with him. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with him.
Better call Saul.
Kick some ass.
It's all good.
Number 2, Freakier Friday did 14.3 mil this week, bringing its 2-week release up to $54.5 million.
Bunch of the nostalgic females for that one that have been seeing that.
What? Only females?
Yeah.
Nostalgic.
I don't believe that.
I believe it.
How old was the first one? When did that shit come out?
A long time ago.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years probably.
Yeah.
I like the first one. I would watch the second one.
I'm not being shitty when I say that. I'm just saying, like, I know the kind of, like, how I am about certain movies, that came out, like Ghostbusters and all that shit as a kid and all that. Like, I know that, like, I've got female friends who go gaga over things like Dawson's Creek and shit like that. And this would be, like, one of those movies that, like, they would,
Oh, shit, you're the Dawson.
I mean, I like Dawson's Creek, but that's,
Nothing wrong with Freaky Friday. It's like it's in there with that like Clueless and like Jawbreaker and
it's a fun little family film. I mean,
I like those two movies, but I don't know if I've ever
Mean
seen
Girls. Mean Girls. I like those films.
Yeah,
they're not my favorites.
Before, but yeah,
Mean
Girls is a little darker. I like Mean Girls.
Well, I guess you guys know what number 1 is.
Whoa, what?
Weapons.
Oh, yes, it is.
I can't wait.
24.5 mil this week, doing 88.5 the last 2 weeks. We got some birthdays.
Oh,
got John Stamos.
Hey,
62 years old.
John Stamos
still looks like a young buck.
He does. He's not too bad of a drummer either.
I know. Do you watch that Drumeo?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Where they go to his house and they help him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude's fucking sick on everything.
Yeah, man.
Kevin Dillon turned 60. Gotta fuck with Kevin Dillon. Johnny Bananas.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter Gallagher turned 70 years old.
Peter Gallagher. I know the name. Who's
that? He's been in a lot of shit. First thing that pops in my head is Mr. Deeds.
I never saw that.
What?
I don't like Adam Sandler, so I don't watch really any of his movies.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we lost a general this weekend.
Who?
Zod passed away. Mr. Terrence Stamp.
Yep.
That's definitely a bummer. I saw that the other day whenever we all went to lunch Sunday, and Mike showed that, and I was like, fuck.
Kneel before Zod.
Oh, shit, man. Fucking Zod. And the voice of Jor-El in the Smallville series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He was in, there was some movie he was in that I'm like, oh, shit, yeah. And I always forget what it was now.
Young Guns.
Yeah, that's it. I always forget that's him. Yeah.
Yep. So that's a bummer. Lost a legend.
Yeah.
Another legend. As long as it's not a shitload of them again. Entertainment news. Fallout Season 2 trailer dropped today. It is releasing on Prime on December 17th. I cannot wait. But, of course, my favorite holidays before that, so I can wait until Halloween gets here.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's about that time. Tis the season.
It's getting close.
Yeah, I'm enjoying summer right now, and it's almost gone. I'm really getting tired of everybody reminding me that summer's almost gone, and I haven't done shit. Like, it's just like when fucking like Santa wants to poke his fucking ass and goddamn everything. Like, let me fucking enjoy summer. Why is everybody got like, oh, halfway to Halloween, boy? Yeah, I like Halloween. Halloween's fun. I love Halloween. It's good times. I also like summer. I also like hate fucking like winter time, like with a fucking passion. So like I don't want to be fucking reminded that my fucking summer is almost done and I haven't got to do shit with it really. Like I don't need to be reminded of that. And people are just all the time. It's just like goddamn. It's just like fucking like Santa putting his fucking hand right up your fucking ass right when you think everything's just gonna be peachy.
Better be one of peaches out of there.
So
I love Halloween, but I don't know.
So are you saying it's been a cruel summer?
Some Bananarama?
No. I'm just saying like time's passing too fucking quick for me. I don't like it.
Anyway. Scary Movie 6 news. Anna Faris and Regina Hall has joined the bill for the casting call. So we will see their return.
I won't. I'm not going to watch that shit.
Oh, you'll watch it and you'll like it.
No, because I haven't watched the last two.
Well, I didn't watch any after that. I think the last one I saw was whenever Leslie Nielsen was president and he was peeing out of his finger.
Which was the... No, I didn't see that one. Which was the one that the beginning of it started with Shaq and Dr. Phil? Was that 4?
Fuck if I remember.
I don't remember.
Like
they all blur together.
Yeah. Like that's the only part of that movie, of those movies that I like, that has cracked me up, is that opening thing where they redo Saw with Shaq and Dr. Phil, and it made me actually like Dr. Phil a little bit because he's laughing at himself. But fuck those
three
movies.
that the Damon brothers didn't do, I didn't really care for.
Those fucking movies always annoy the living shit out of me. The first one's got some funny stuff, right? There's funny stuff throughout. You know, take my little hand. The second one or whatever it is. Chris
Elliott's great in that.
But I don't know. Like in the whole what's that? Like shut the fuck up.
What's that?
Take my small hand.
You want some mashed potatoes?
My Germs.
That shit is fucking hilarious. But other than that, fuck those goddamn movies.
Clue is going back into the theaters for the 40th anniversary, August 24th through the 26th.
Now that's
cool. They're supposed to be
doing
doing some kind of little secret shit. They haven't announced it yet, so I don't know if they're going to do like some kind of game or some shit for the film.
You think they'll give us a clue?
Hopefully.
A raging one?
We need one. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action's back in the news with the new they got the go-ahead to make The Last Ronin, and it will be rated R.
Good.
Ooh.
So I'm looking forward to that.
I heard they're going to be going more based off the original comics. Be a little more violent. Yeah, which as a kid, knowing what we all know Ninja Turtles as, and then finding your friend's dad's comic collection and he shows you where the Ninja Turtles originally was, and you're like, oh shit, this shit's violent as shit. Yeah. Why? I want that. I'm excited about that.
There you go.
And also, Quentin Tarantino finally announced his next project. He's going to do a play. He has not released what it's called or what it's about yet, but he's doing a play.
Yeah, he's been talking about that for a while.
So he's decided to do that before he starts working on his last film.
That's probably why he's like, I need to stall. I can still create and do this over here, but it's not going to be a
script's done.
Oh, it's done?
But he's not announcing anything. He said it'd probably take up the next close to 2 years of his life.
I mean, that's crazy that Quentin Tarantino's hanging it up.
But he's going to be doing most of it out west.
Okay.
So that kind of sucks. Like, hopefully he comes up to like New York or something. That'd be dope.
Yeah. I would think. I mean, if they're I would think he would want to do Broadway. I don't know.
I mean, that's one of the grandest stages of them all.
Or even off Broadway. I could see him doing something like that.
I'm surprised he doesn't just have like a one man speaking show. I mean,
I can tell he's being real picky about his last project though, because he keeps putting it off. Like he'll pick something and announce it, then he'll be like, "No, I'm not doing it anymore."
Yeah.
So you can tell he's either stalling or stalling.
Yeah.
Or he's just trying to be so damn precise with his final film which I don't blame him. Like, it's got to be a masterpiece.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. You know, the pressure is there where it's like, okay, if this is going to be my last film, I don't want it to be a fucking stinker. So it's got to be the shit. And
I feel like this is the play going to give him the break he needs, maybe.
I don't know. And I hope he just doesn't put it off and not do it. You know, it's kind of like Dr. Dre, where he just like keeps pushing back, you know, albums and all. You know, it's like we're never going to get another Dr. Dre album because he's too much of a perfectionist to where, you know, okay, if it's not, you know, the absolute shit, then I don't want it out there. So
right. I mean, you don't blame him though. Like,
I mean,
you don't want to put out garbage.
Well, I mean, you know, Doggy Style was a much better album than The Chronic. Sorry, but it's true. Maybe he just realized it. Well, honestly, talking about Dr. Dre, what really, besides The Chronic, has he done that's been that great of his own stuff?
I mean, that's it. That's what I'm saying. He's like a super perfectionist. So
that's why he's a producer now.
Yeah, that's what he's been that way for a while.
Yeah.
He's more of a featured artist on a lot of shit, and then just makes beats and shit.
Yeah.
But that, gentlemen, is the news.
Well, great.
And you guys, how's your week been? You guys watch anything new?
Yeah.
What you got?
I watched Together.
How was that? That looks
good. It's okay. I'll go. I was gonna do a review thing, but I'll tell you real quick. Together, good idea. I saw what they were going for. But overall a mess. And overrated as fuck. Not nearly as cool as everybody was giving it. Like everybody's praising it for. There's a couple of okay scenes, but overall pretty lame. Just a letdown. I don't.
One of those.
I watched it. I was uber excited about it. About it.
It looks dope.
And then I watched it and I was like, I don't know what everybody's praising it for. I don't get it. Like, okay, I see what they're going for. I'm not going to give anything away, you know, see it for yourself. But it just it's all and the ending and the ending.
Your review.
Yeah, and the ending is crap. Like it's the stupidest fucking shit. The movie's stupid. Watch it for your fucking self. But Chuck Ned just says, fuck that movie. Yeah, it is a bummer. There's been a lot of movies that have come out lately that I was really excited for that end up being not as great as everybody said they were. Sinners. Right. I'm just saying.
I like that movie a lot.
Cool. And that's great. It was an all right movie, but it wasn't groundbreaking.
Let's fox with each other.
I finally saw Final Destination Bloodlines.
Which is like
the best part for me, without getting into spoilers, is just the fact that getting to see Tony Todd kind of have a send off. Especially because he has that whole monologue talking about life and death and everything like that.
And so it made off the top of his head. Yeah,
and so it gives it even a more deeper meaning, knowing that he was getting ready to pass away not too long after. So.
Yeah, I like Bloodlines. I mean, if you're a fan of the Final Destination movies, you kind of know what you're getting into.
Yeah,
it's nothing spectacular, but it's fun.
Yeah.
But what I will talk about is something we were talking about at lunch the other day is fucking Dexter Resurrection. All right, and how fucking sweet it is this season. Like, I'm so fucking hyped. We were sitting there talking about all kinds of theories and shit. We're not going to get into the spoilers of it, but Dexter Resurrection has been phenomenal. And I almost want to do like a Clerks After Dark live stream, like a little watch along. As soon as it pops off at like midnight, we just go in there and do a watch along. Because I mean, I'm loving this season. I haven't thought the season was this good since probably season 4 with Trinity Killer.
What day does it actually premiere? Like, does it?
It comes out on Friday at midnight. Well, like Thursday midnight into Friday.
How many seasons?
I don't ever get caught up on shit till like maybe like Sundays or Mondays.
What's that, Chuck?
How many seasons are they on with the new one?
This is the first one.
Oh, this is the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the... I watched the first episode of something like not too long ago. What was that?
They did like a prequel, which was the original Sin, where it was a younger version of
that. Was good.
I only watched one episode of that. So this is a new... Okay, yeah, I'm behind.
Yeah.
What was the other one called? Bloodlines?
No. New Blood.
Well, that wasn't very good.
Well, no, like
this season starts off at the end of that one. No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I've been loving Resurrection, and I can't wait to see. There's 3 episodes left, man. I'm hyped. You know, if we don't get around to doing it this season, and I think they've already greenlit another season, so maybe next season we can start doing some watch-alongs or something. That'd be cool to just hang out and chat with people and kind of see what everybody else is, because there's all kinds of fan theories about, you know, what's going on, what's going to happen, everything like that. So I'd love to do some kind of watch-along to that, you know.
We'll have to figure out a day to do it.
It's very few and far between that there's a TV show out there where I'm actually hype about it. You know, very, very few times that it comes along where I'm like, I can't wait for the next episode. And that's how I feel with this season. So, man, props to them. They're doing their thing.
I mean, it's Dexter. Dexter's great.
Yeah,
so in 3 more weeks, we'll all be like, fuck! No more Dexter till next year.
I know.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I feel with Fallout, though. Like, Fallout Season 1 was dope. I can't wait till the second one comes out.
No.
And I never played Fallout, but I hear, like, Season 1 did it justice.
No.
Like, I hear it's very, very close to the game.
It's just very rare for me to watch TV shows at all.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
It's not time.
Mostly just YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of fuck that movie, we over the weekend we watched Novocaine. That was the first time
I hated that shit.
Wasn't good.
No.
I don't mind it. I like goofy action movies though. Like this is to me, it had like that first like nobody feel, but it was just over the top because like that shit would never fucking happen. But at the same time, like I don't know, like off the wall action movies crack me up sometimes if they're done right.
It's too ridiculous, and
it was ridiculous, but that's what I liked about it.
I know nothing about that movie. I've just heard of it.
It's the one with what the fuck's that dude's name?
I have no idea.
Quaid, yeah, Quaid's son, Dennis Quaid's son.
Oh, did not know.
The dude from The Boys.
I know nothing about the movie. I've just heard of it.
Jack Quaid.
It's out there. But then we also watched Saturday Night. It wasn't too bad, but it was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The movie about Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch that one actually.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was out there.
Interesting.
It was like a hour and a half panic attack.
Yeah.
That's going through.
Probably why Dave's not here.
Going through the first episode of Saturday Night Live and all the roadblocks and hoops they had to jump through to get it done. So.
Yeah, like while we were watching it, I looked at Dave and I'm like, what if you were on this show? He's like, I'd be fucking hiding in the bathroom. But all right, gentlemen, let's move on to the main event feature film, Dogma. Now, this was technically a film that Kevin Smith, I guess, wanted to do right after Clerks, but kind of put that shit on hold because he wanted to make sure everything was right. I know at the very end of Clerks, it says you'll see Jay and Silent Bob again in Dogma.
Dogma, yeah.
And that was in 94. So this is in 99. So he did Mallrats and Chasing Amy between. And then he picked up a lot of friends and castmates along the way that were pretty much fucking bonded to him with everything he's done. So, I mean, came out at May 21st, 1999 at the Cannes Film Festival. Then it came out worldwide November 12th, 99.
Yeah.
Decent length film, 128 minutes, so it's a smidge over 2 hours. I think that's his longest film ever. The $10 million budget made $45 million in the box. Written and directed by Kevin Smith and produced by old buddy Scott Mosier. I mean, starring obviously Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes reprising their roles as Jay and Silent Bob again. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Linda Fiorentino, Alan Rickman, Chris Rock, Selma Hayek, fucking George Carlin, fucking some late greats. Then you got some appearances with Jason Lee in there, fucking Alanis Morissette as God, as I showed in the intro.
Yeah.
Then a lot of his familiar faces he uses and everything else, with Dwight O. I think that's how you say his name, isn't it? Dwight O. Hooper X and Chasing Amy, and then he was.
Yeah.
Then you got Brian Quinn. He made an appearance in an airport in the beginning of the film. Brian Johnson and Walt Flanagan, as in Always and everything else, they were protesters in the film. Scott Mosier, and then Ethan Suplee was the shit demon. And then also Gwyneth Paltrow was in the film. She was sitting next to Ben Affleck in the airport in the beginning of the film.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Very, very friendly-esque. And then you got I forgot about Brian O'Halloran. He's a reporter.
Grant Hicks.
So he brought in everybody, man. And like I said, they've all been true to him since Mallrats, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
a lot of those people, yeah.
He's got a lot of guys in this corner that are good people. But this movie here, going back and rewatching it, I've always loved this film. I'm not religious at all, never really have been. I went to Sunday school to play basketball. Then I started playing rec league. But that was about it. Never read the Bible all the way through. I know bits and pieces from Sunday school, but that's about it. I know the gist. Don't know the whole story.
Do you know Austin 3:16?
I just whooped your ass.
There you go.
That's all you need to know. But
New Testament.
I would have to say this is probably one of his better films, man. Fucking the message is good. It's just off the wall. I know he got a lot of shit for it, even though he is a Christian. He believes in everything. He believes in Catholicism. So I mean, but going back and rewatching it, it's fucking shit's dope. My favorite Smith film is probably to this day still Clerks, obviously, but between that, it's probably a toss up between Mallrats and Chasing Amy. But this one here is very well done. It can't get any better. I know he didn't want to do it. He was trying to get Robert Rodriguez to do it.
Yeah.
But then once he read the script, he was like, I can tell this shit's personal, so you should do it.
Yeah.
And then he did. So, I mean,
I think it's a fucking epic movie. I mean, it's a masterpiece. I don't use that often, but I think it really is. Here we have a comedy. I mean, especially when it came out. I mean, a comedy that deals with some pretty heavy subject matter. Religion, abortion, all kinds of shit.
These subjects no one wanted to talk about in the 90s.
Yeah, right. And it kind of puts some things in perspective, and it's dark. It's dark humored. It's violent. It's it's still fueled with dick and fart jokes, if you will. You know what I mean? It's just it's an epic fucking movie, man.
I think it's his best movie. It's not my favorite Kevin Smith movie, but out of all the ones he's done, I think it's his best one. I'm glad he waited to do this, because if he would have done this low budget, it would have probably been dog shit. Because you need that. You got a great cast, and with the effects and everything like that, it makes it. It turned out way better than it would have if they would have done it on a low budget.
Oh, definitely, 100% on that. But I'm with you. I it's not my favorite, but it is his best movie. It really has to be.
Yeah. And I mean, you got fucking George Carlin playing a cardinal.
R.I.P.
What the fuck? You don't get any better than that. He
no
was
name
too, but then he just kind of was like, I know better.
Yeah.
But just seeing him, and then fucking Alan Rickman, he just delivers another good performance, and it's definitely Jason Mewes' probably best performance too in all the films.
Yeah,
coming into this. This is whenever he was getting off of heroin and shit too. So I mean, it was even harder.
But with the and you've probably heard the story of it, but when I saw Kevin Smith do a speaking thing over at the university, he was talking about. It was either there, either on the DVD. Either way, it was when he was doing his spoken word tour thing.
Sure.
And he was talking about how Jason Mewes was so nervous about Alan Rickman being the actor he was that he read the script. He read everybody's lines in the script. He read the entire script and memorized everybody's lines too, just to impress Alan Rickman. And I always thought that was really cool. Mewes gets a lot of shit. Yeah, he fucked up. But he was able to get out of it, and he's doing great. You know what I mean?
Dude, he's amazing now.
Yeah, and the fact that he took the initiative to do that, I thought that it's a, he's a good dude that had some hard times.
It also shows that if you have great friends that are like family, you can get through anything.
Truth.
Yeah.
That's why I always say my friends are my family. Like, I don't consider myself having friends. It's just everybody's family.
True that.
Well, I mean, Kevin gave him the heads up. It's like you gotta bring your A game for this one, because I'm pretty sure the studios didn't want him involved with the film. With his drug use and everything like that, there was a lot of red flags. So Kevin went to bat for him and said he's going to do it. And like you said, he memorized the entire script. And even though he was still kind of dealing with the H train, he ended up doing a good job. So I'm glad it worked out.
Right.
Yeah.
But this film has so many fucking, like, I was just going through it and I'm like, man, like, there's funny shit in almost every scene in this film.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, starting out, like, you see, like, going to, like, you first see, like, George Carlin doing, like, a speech on TV about his Catholicism Now campaign. So, I mean, just, like, right then, like, you see him. And so that's just funny off the jump, because you're like, what the fuck? He's playing a priest?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been a guy that's been very outspoken about religion and his stand-up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Kevin Smith said, like, him and his dad, like, that was the one big thing they had in common, was sneaking around listening to George Carlin behind his mom's back. Like,
yeah.
So he's like, I got to get fucking Carlin in here. So right there, like, you get, like, one of his favorite comedians growing up in his film. So he always ends up managing to do that kind of shit, too, which is funny. But then you got the introduction of Bartleby and Loki. Fucking Ben Affleck and Matt Damon just walking around in an airport, and fucking Matt Damon the whole film is just trying to talk everybody into not believing in God. Like, and then he fucking come to the end, like, that's whenever they find out, like, the whole story is based off of them two. They got cast out of heaven forever ago, and then they finally found a loophole to get back into heaven. So their plan is to go to this church in New Jersey to jump through the loophole and have all their sins forgiven so they can get back into heaven, which will undo mankind.
Dogmatic law.
So, like, once they're at the airport, that's whenever you find out their plan. And then they're just walking around through there. And, like, my favorite part in there is whenever he's, like, they, like, talk about it and everything, and then they're about to get in the elevator. And then Matt Damon's like, shit. He's like, if I had a dick, I'd go get laid. He's like, we can do the next best thing, though. And then Affleck's like, what's that? And he's like, kill people. And then everybody's reaction in the fucking elevator.
That woman spits out her drink.
But I love
not you.
I love the whole thing, though, when they're getting off the airplane and he's got the nun questioning her religious beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she starts falling for it, and Affleck's listening, and he's just like, what the fuck?
He's like, how are you going to try to talk somebody out of something that you know for a fact is real? And this is great.
Got to fuck with the clergy, man. Got to keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about like Alice through the looking glass and how compares to all this religion and everything like that, and finally convinces her just
it's like, do it, and I'll fucking spank you.
It's funny because once they're like going down the little people mover thing or whatever, you see her in the background like with a beer and a cigarette.
Apparently that lady was she was on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Like, she was the one chick in there that always played with the puppets.
Oh, I thought she looked familiar. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I was watching some shit about it either last night or this morning. I don't know. It all runs together.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's all kinds, and that's like the scene. Like I said, Gwyneth Paltrow's in that scene sitting beside Affleck while he's listening to Damon talk to the nun.
Never knew that.
And then as they're walking through the airport, Brian Quinn's sitting there in the chair.
Quit leering at me. People are gonna think I just fucking broke up with you. It's good. It's good. Affleck and Damon, obviously going back to Good Will Hunting, their whole careers, they've been friends. They have good chemistry. And I think at some point they even considered Jason Lee to be Loki instead of Damon.
He was filming some movie in France or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was. So, but I'm glad they ended up having Damon and Affleck together. Like I said, they've got good chemistry, and some of their stuff in this film is the better comedy. They just do a great job in this film as those characters.
Yeah, they flow back and forth really, really nicely with their acting.
Yeah.
But then going after that scene, like the first introduction into Bethany, Linda Fiorentino's character, I guess it's not even really the introduction to her, it's the introduction to Janine Garofalo, where she pulls up that her and Bethany run an abortion clinic, of all things. And so then she pulls up to the abortion clinic, and then there's a protest outside. And then you see the cameo with Brian Johnson and fucking Walt Flanagan. You fucking baby killer. You're burning hell. Like, they're in every fucking movie that Kevin Smith does as well. And then they get in there, and then they're talking about how she's a Christian, but yet she runs an abortion clinic. So then it's just fucking goofy, the premise.
Because Bethany's Catholic, and Janine Garofalo's character is Jewish.
Yeah. So that whole scene's pretty fucking... Just the scenario itself is pretty comical. And then I also like the first time we see Jason Lee as Azrael. He fucking knocks on this lady's house. She answers. She's like, "I'm here to talk to you about your what the fuck was it? Freon or something like that with air conditioning." And then she's like, "We have central air." And he's like, "Even in the bathroom?" He's like, "Yes." And he fucking kills her.
Everywhere but the bathroom.
Yeah, everywhere but the bathroom. And he fucking he's like, "Perfect." So then he has these 3 little skater punks that are just running around. And they fucking take her out. And then he's like, the fuck's he say?
I'm taking a hockey fucking
stick. He's like, the pleasure of the rapture. And
no pleasure, no rapture, no exquisite sin greater than central air.
Yeah. That shit always cracked me up.
Pick that up.
So you get the introductions of these guys pretty quick. And then you get the intro to Alan Rickman, which pans back to Bethany's room.
The Metatron.
He is Metatron, the voice of God. Which I never watched Supernatural before until this past year. Ever. And then so now I kind of know some more names in the Bible.
Right. Now I love that scene when he first shows up and she's all freaked out. She's like, "You're not gonna rape me, are you?" And he's like, "Oh, please." He's like, Stop, just hush." And then you find out, and you're like, "Oh."
He doesn't have the equipment.
Yeah.
Ken doll. He's like, "I'm anatomically incorrect as a Ken doll."
Alan Rickman is great in this movie, just for the record.
Good old Hans Gruber.
Yeah, he was a great actor, man. And this was one of my favorite roles from him. He's I don't know. There's just something about how he comes off in this movie. It's just like, man, he's just a cool character,
Yeah.
The whole drinking thing, and he's like, "You need a drink?" And then she's like, "Are we in Mexico?" And
Yeah,
he's like,
he's a fan of tequila.
Yeah, and he's like, "No, we're at the place down the street from your apartment."
Wait, Chad, can you even drink that, or you got to spit it back out?
I'm not an angel, so.
Good answer.
But yeah, his whole role, they go and they said he's in that scene, he has the maracas or whatever, and she finds them under her pillow once she gets back to her bed and wakes up when she thinks it's a dream. But they said during set, he was driving everybody fucking nuts because he was just running around with the maracas, just shaking them all the time. And they were like, "Alan, will you please calm down?"
I think
how do you yell at that man?
I think, oddly enough, having Alan Rickman in the film was probably the highlight of the film for Kevin Smith, because like you know
For
we
sure.
said with Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, they really thought highly of Alan Rickman, like most of us do, and to be able to work with him, have somebody of that stature on the film, you know, I think that was the highlight.
That one interview where he's talking about that, and he's like, I'm talking to Mewes. I'm like, look, Alan Rickman's going to be the fucking Metatron. He's like, who's that? And he's like, Hans Gruber. He's like, fucking Hans Gruber. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no. He's like, the whole time on film, he was like, fucking Die Hard's over there, man.
Yeah, and you know, in Die Hard played a big role in Kevin Smith's life. You know, it's one of his favorite films, and being able to work with Rickman here, and then later on being able to work with Bruce Willis, which ended up not turning out as well as he had hoped, I'm sure.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah,
what was that called? Yeah,
yeah.
Him and Tracy, not
Tracy
Ullman.
Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Kevin Smith tries to.
You like sharks? I like sharks. Yeah, that guy.
Tracy Ullman.
Tracy Ullman. Yeah. No one knows who that is.
We're not talking about the Simpsons here.
Yeah. But yeah, it didn't work out so well working with Bruce Willis, but you know,
no,
shit happens.
Not at
And
all.
you know, speaking of people hard to deal with working on a film, it was noted that Linda Fiorentino was very difficult to work with on this film, and a lot of
really
times
elaborate on that though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was trying to figure out reasons why, but I could never find anything. I know, like, they said that once he had a heart attack in 2019.
Bethany.
Yeah, they said once he had his heart attack in 2019 was the first time he talked to her since then.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know, maybe she's just one of those people that was just difficult to work with. I don't know if, you know, she just had to have her way or what it was. But, you know, she came off she just did Men in Black back in 97. So maybe she had a big head. Maybe she thought she was above all the dick and fart guys, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how whenever you're on a fucking set with Alan Rickman and Chris Rock and fucking George Carlin, like,
I don't know, you know, some
he's got names in this film.
Jade. Speaking, we just did 40-Year-Old Virgin. David Caruso and Jade.
Yeah, Jade. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Shoot, what else? I can't remember.
I always thought she was a really attractive woman, but she always had that kind of like, she's probably gonna be a bitch to you, kind of like, which is probably why she was in Jade. But dangerous looking.
I don't know. Never really elaborated on the reasonings, like why he said she was difficult to work with.
Jade, Unforgettable, Men in Black, Body Count, Dogma. She pretty much stopped acting in 2002.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. The Last Seduction. You know, she didn't. You know, Men in Black and Dogma are probably, and Jade. Those are probably the biggest films she did. Vision Quest, maybe. But I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No.
But I mean, she does all right. You know, I think Kevin Smith's original pick for Bethany was Gillian Anderson, good old Scully.
Yeah,
that would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad about it.
he was a big X-Files fan.
Mm-hmm.
I know you were.
Oh yeah.
Love yourself some X-Files. No, but then
I was always a Millennium fan. But I like X-Files.
I want to believe.
I watched it, but I never really watched it. Like, I don't know. Like, I just, if it was on or something and I saw it on, I'd stop or whatever. But I never like went out of my way to watch it.
Well, I mean, who stars that show?
What?
Who stars in Millennium?
Millennium? I don't know. I never watched that.
It was Lance Hendrickson. Yeah.
Oh.
So of course I'm gonna like it more than X-Files. I mean, I like X-Files, but I always preferred that.
Right.
Makes sense. Yeah, I never watched Millennium.
Can never find it anywhere now.
No. I have all the episodes on my phone though.
There you go.
From that old podcast I used to be on. Yeah. Anyway.
Cool.
Anywho. No, but so once Bethany wakes up from her dream,
It was all a dream.
she goes outside, and the three skater punks, fucking ruffians, come out there to try to like knock her down because they know who she is, and they know her importance of the whole God path, which we find out much later in the film. But they try to rough her up, and then next thing you hear is the fucking familiar voice of Jason Mewes, "Snooch to the motherfucking nooch," and they beat the shit out of them little bitches. And then that's whenever they kind of save her and then go about their way. And then next thing you know, they go out to eat and shit. And then she realizes, like, once, because whenever Metatron's talking to her, she's like, "You're going to have a trip with two prophets." And then she pretty much tells them to fuck off. And then they're like, "We can go back to Red Bank and make a profit." And she's like, "Fuck, these are going to be them two assholes." So she teams up with them. And then they're at that diner, and that diner scene is fucking great because the whole time they're just sitting there like shaking their feet around because they're just all like anxious to try to hook up with this chick. Because their whole purpose of going there was because they were going to Shermer, Illinois to sell drugs because Judge Reinhold is harsh.
No, Judge Reinhold?
Or
Judge Nelson. Judd Nelson. Not Judge Reinhold. Jesus Christ.
And so they're talking about John Hughes film.
John Hughes, man, because everything's set in Shermer, Illinois, fictional town. Yeah. But going out there trying to set up shop, and turns out there is no Shermer, Illinois.
So that's their whole reason for being there, which is fucking hilarious.
What about Judd Nelson?
He said everybody in the film, all the guys in the films are pussies except Judd Nelson, who was harsh.
In this movie?
Never mind.
No. Whenever they're at the diner talking about why they went to Illinois to find Shermer because of watching.
Oh, okay.
Because he's talking about Breakfast Club.
Club.
Yeah.
All these fucking kids that actually show up for detention.
True.
But then, they're just sitting there the whole time because they just think they're going to get laid by her for whatever reason. Because they go to the abortion clinic to pick up loose women. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, it's right up there.
Where the movie's going. But then it's funny. So she agrees to go back to Jersey with them because they're going home, and that's where she has to go to this church to stop the two angels from getting their sins cleared so they can go back to heaven.
They're on a mission from God.
They are.
Shout out to Blues Brothers.
Right? Because that's kind of like the exact vibes that it's giving off. But then you find out here after a bit that Jay has no idea how to drive a manual transmission.
Gear!
He's driving 90 in first gear somehow, which would never happen. But then he blows up her 1994 fucking Chevy Cavalier.
Whoopsie.
And then they're arguing once they try to figure out what's going on. She's about to leave. And then Jay starts fucking running his mouth about how we're in love with you. Like, you can't break up with us. Blah, blah, blah. Like, he's fucking taking it the whole thing. Like, he goes full stalker. Like, just super crazy fucking. Just meets this chick, considers it that they're dating because they're going to fucking Jersey together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, he's delusional.
I figured he'd have more of a problem at she's leaving and he's not getting his $100 that she promised him.
That's true too. But then he makes the comment of guys like us don't fall out of the fucking sky, And then
Chris
fucking
Rock.
body drops. It's fucking butt naked Chris Rock laying in the middle of the road. That's Rufus. And he gets up and ends up getting Silent Bob's jacket. I can't say the big line in that fucking scene because we'll be canceled.
Owes you $12.
He owes him $12.
The 13th apostle, Rufus, showing up.
I almost forgot though, because I think isn't it before where you meet Jeff Anderson, who was Randall and Clerks.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. We skipped up. Yeah, we jumped over a couple parts. It goes back to the story with Bartleby and Loki and their trek from Wisconsin to New Jersey, and of course they stop off at a gun store because they're gonna have a little fun along the way. And Jeff Anderson, Randall from Clerks, is the gun store owner, and they have a little back and forth banter. I think Sodom and Gomorrah. Affleck's talking about, and Jeff Anderson's kind of looking at him like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" Because they're trying to pick out which gun they're going to use and everything like that. So that's a fun little scene. And then obviously jumping forward whenever they're on the bus and they're debating back and forth about sins and everything like that, and how they can tell who's a sinner and all. You have Scott Mosier who's making out with a woman on the bus, and he can tell that the guy is married. And he questions him, and he's like, "Yeah," shows him the ring. He's like, "What?
Are you married?" He's like, "What do you think?"
So because no. So because he's an adulterer, he has to die. So he shoots him, and there goes their bus trip. So now they gotta hoof it. But I always like the end of that scene because it comes off, and Affleck's kind of just like looking at him like, "What the fuck?" And he's like. He starts going into Run DMC. Whose house runs house? Whose house runs house? Martin. Martin theme song. I love it.
That's where I got the ET Crush Groove thing. Because whenever he's sitting there, he's like, I bet you 100. He's like, no. He's like, screw that. He's like, you still owe me $10 from what was going to be the bigger film, ET or Crush Groove. He's like, time will still tell. I'm like, I've seen Crush Groove way more times than ET.
What's Crush Groove?
Fucking breakdance movie from back in the 80s.
Oh, God, that's why I've never seen it. No,
dude, it's so fucking good.
Take your word for it.
You should.
Breaking 2. Electric Boogaloo.
It's amazing.
It's like up there with like The Last Dragon and shit. Like it's one of them fucking fun, goofy 80s movies.
Yeah.
Good time. So then fucking want to jump up to they end up going to like movies or whatever and having
we gotta go.
And fucking they're eating breakfast and shit. And then Chris Rock's still kind of breaking things down for Bethany. And then he's telling her about shit that she did that only she would know, and that her friend died or whatever. And she's like, his name was Brian Johnson, which is a reference to their friend Brian Johnson, who was in the film and good friends with Kevin Smith. But then fucking Muse is like, well, tell me something I don't know about that people don't know about me. He's like, you masturbate constantly. He's like, fuck, who doesn't know that? He's like, well, whenever you do, you're thinking about guys. And he's like, not all the time. Not all the time.
Like Kevin, like Silent Bob just looked at him like, he's like, not all the time, man.
That's just always funny to me because then it breaks off with the strip club scene where you meet Selma Hayek.
Serendipity.
Oh,
yes.
Candy girl.
One of the most beautiful women ever.
Agreed. To this day.
Yeah.
Like she hasn't aged since the 90s.
No.
Like she still looks amazing.
She just posted a bunch of bikini pics recently, and I was like, God damn.
Right. Can't go wrong.
No.
But then I just like in that scene too, like all the expressions like on Chris Rock's face, because he's kind of looking around just like, what the fuck's going on in here? And then he realizes what's going on. And then he looks up and sees her and he's like, oh shit. He's like, I know her. And then fucking like Bethany's like, who? And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, I only see one female in this whole bar. So she should know who he's talking about.
Yeah.
But I guess you wouldn't think that he recognizes a stripper.
What's funny because they got the back and forth between Jay and Bob and the gang that are trying to get the attention, and she's not even taking off her clothes, and they're trying to offer up all this money. It's like, come on. I know it's she's not going to strip down in this film or whatever, but it's just silliness.
A lot cooler as she did.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of trying to figure out who she can get more money from, and they have that little war battle where they're just fucking throwing up bills. And then finally she comes over and dances to them, and then they fucking end up befriending the gang with Dwight Kane, and then they just start fucking like kind of just start kicking it with them, and then meanwhile like Rufus lets her know like, hey, like this is the last Scion, and then she tells her Roland, and they just kind of like start talking about everything and comparing notes, as you say, and how the story's wrong, because in her eyes, God's a female, in Rock's eyes, it's a dude. And
black man.
It is a black man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Every time they meet these angels or these extraterrestrial beings, everybody's got their own kind of version of what they believe it to be. You know, Chris Rock, whenever he's talking about being the 13th apostle and how he's trying to get the Bible changed because it doesn't mention him because he's black and all this stuff, you know, and he believes, you know, that God is a black man, and then Serendipity believes it's a woman, and you know, they have all their opinions or whatever, but it's the underlying belief that is the core idea, you know, behind it all. And it's one of those things where, you know, like we said, this is a film where it's dealing with, you know, religious matter. You know, these are very real things in religious history. And Kevin Smith is able to kind of poke fun at it in a lighthearted way. It's not like, you know, a lot of the critics would come at this film and they're just, you know, think it's so blasphemous, you know, because he's just trashing religion and everything like that. But if you actually sit and watch it, it's very lighthearted, the comedy in it. It's not like it's dissing anything religious. It's more, you know, supporting it, and just kind of like, it's very lighthearted, like I said, and just poking fun at little things, you know, like Cardinal Glick, you know, blessing his driver, or, you know, whatever, you know, it just stuff like that, where they're talking about, Cardinal Glick's talking about they're retiring the crucifix in replace of Buddy Christ, you know, it just, you know, little stuff like that. And you know, at the time, everybody was up in arms about it, because it was one of those times where, you know, if you didn't have some kind, you know, social media wasn't a big thing back then. You know, the internet was around, but we didn't. Yeah, I mean, it was there was no Facebook, there was no MySpace or anything like that. No, so right. You know, people would be up in arms about, you know, movies and CDs, you know, parental advisory and this and that. So, you know, if you're not protesting something that's going on in the media, then you didn't have anything going on. So, kind
of like these days.
But now, you know, social media, the internet, people just bitch about everything.
Everybody bitches and protests against everything.
Yeah, it was like the earlier version of cancel culture, where it's like, okay, we want to cancel this movie because it's blasphemous, you know.
Yeah. Now it's so funny because, like, you know, back then, you know, like Marilyn Manson was a big issue, and like parents were all up in arms about him and all this shit or whatever. And it's like, you look at shit now, nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's what it is. We're so desensitized to shit, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it's
one of the main reasons they started protesting this film, though, is because like the script leaked on the internet, but it was the old script. So they didn't actually know what movie was coming out. So then, like, I guess the old script was a lot more maybe harmful or whatever to society or some shit. And then he ended up changing a lot of shit in it throughout the years. So it wasn't the exact script that they were reading was the one that was coming out.
But it's been like that, you know. Every generation has something they got to complain about and be up in arms about. You know, it's like you go back and everybody was like so furious that Elvis is shaking his hips on television. You know,
right?
It's you know, it just is something that comes.
People had haircuts shorter than mine, and everybody had it. You know.
Yep, that's just the way it is, man. You know, and it's like you look back at all this stuff that everybody's like freaking out about now. You know, 10 years from now, it's going to be nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's already some of the dumbest shit, but it's just gonna be even worse.
Yeah.
But we're all gonna fall into the ocean anyway.
There's our good friend Tamara. Hey guys, I've been lurking.
What's up, Tamara?
We like it when people lurk.
Good old circle lurk.
Circle lurker.
Welcome aboard.
Like the whole movie, you kind of bounce back and forth between their mission and then kind of like Bartleby and Loki's mission.
Yeah.
So then, like, you get like while they're at the strip club, it's funny because then it bounces back to their mission and they're at the fucking movie's headquarters. Which this whole fucking scene is so goofy because they're having a board meeting, and then the fucking meanwhile Loki's in there carving an onion into a human figure, but no one realizes they're fucking sitting in the boardroom during their meeting, and then all of a sudden, dude's just like, "Does anybody smell onions?" I'm like, how do you fucking not realize there's two dudes just over here fucking kicking it? Dun dun dun. So that whole fucking scene is just cracks me up because fucking Bartleby starts going on his little rant, telling everybody why they're not good or whatever, which we'll skip past a lot of those because fucking a lot of those reasonings were not good. No. And I don't want to get into it. Well, but then it's just funny because so he leaves the room because Loki is the hand of God, so he's fucking killing people for doing dumb shit. Yeah, well, don't be late again. This is an awesome fucking movie, dude. Sorry for being late.
Hey, not a problem. Just glad to have you here.
Yeah. I just watched the last short that Michelle put up as well. The old cats. Meow. But so they're talking there, fucking Damon. Well, Loki's about to start sending his wrath. So he's well, Bartleby walks out after he gives his little spiel. Damon walks up, puts a little onion figure up there, and he starts fucking doing this little voodoo hex. He fucking smashes the onion. He's like, I don't fucking believe in voodoo. And then he walks out and he's like, I do believe in this. And he walks back in with his gun that he got off of fucking Anderson. I do. And then it's just funny, yeah, because they cut the Ben Affleck and he's like, but I believe in this. He's like, who says that? Yeah, he just fucking starts shooting people.
Thinks he's being too dramatic, And I think this is one of my favorite scenes of the film, because it's just
good.
Yeah, it's just so much fun, them, going around the boardroom and pointing out all the sins of these people, and how Mooby the Golden Calf is taking praise away from God, and how they're trying to get back in God's good graces by punishing these terrible people, these idolaters and everything. So it's a lot of fun, and like you said, with the whole voodoo thing and everything like that, and then ultimately they kill everybody except the one woman. She's a good egg.
He's like, you want a piece of gum? You've done nothing wrong here. But you did not bless me whenever I sneezed.
You didn't say God bless you.
Yeah.
You're getting off light.
He's like, Loki.
She's covered in blood.
Oh, that whole scene really cracks me. That's probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Definitely one of mine. Yeah. Hey guys, excuse me for a second. I gotta get something to drink. I'm parched. Be right back.
Oh, you're good. Gotta miss out on the shit demon.
Ooh.
It's fucking Ethan Suplee, man. I always wondered kind of who was in that costume whenever I'd watch it forever ago, and then once the internet got real fancy and started putting up all kinds of information, that's when I found out.
Hey, surprise!
Yes, sir. I should not be late again. I was outside my apartment and the neighbor was smoking and drinking Heineken. Heineken.
A Heine. That's cool. Just hanging out.
But that shit demon shit cracked me up too, because I remember Kevin Smith always said how everybody's gonna take this movie serious, and he's like, well, about halfway through they won't anymore once they see this fucking rubber shit demon.
Yeah, it's like I said, most of the people that were complaining about this film had never seen it, so they didn't even know what they were talking about. And it's like, okay, how can you take a film like this serious when there's a shit demon in the middle of it? You know what I mean?
I think it's funny, that whole scene too, because Muse and the guys in the little gang are all wearing red rags, and then fucking Muse comes over. He's like, "Look, they made me and Silent Bob a part of their gang," and then so is this fucking guy with us? Who's shit? And he's like, "Well, fucking get him," and then he's like, "Fucking Kane's here, take your fucking hat," because he has fucking Muse's beanie on. That shit, I don't know why, but that shit makes me laugh more than anything in that whole fucking scene when he's like, here, take your fucking hat. And then fucking Bob pulls out the bathroom spray and fucking sprays the shit demon. And he fucking falls over. And then she's like, what is that? And she's like, get away of bad smells or whatever. She's like, why do you have that? And at the exact same time, Muse farts, and he fucking like sprays it down by his ass.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have any of that for when Dave's there.
It's downstairs. This is a fucking great movie.
Fucking great.
Remember, I had a buddy.
Great.
I had a buddy that had a shirt that had the shit demon on it, and the back of it said something like "Beware of the shit demon" or something. I always thought it was like it looked really cool, and then you realized it was a shit demon.
It was like Green Jelly song, "Shit Man."
Yeah. Always remind me of that.
That's kind of what I always thought whenever I saw this. You could probably throw that video and put that little clip in there, and then just play that song. That'd probably work pretty good. I don't know if they ever made a video for that song.
There's a whole video that goes along with every one of those songs on that album.
Yeah,
from Green Jelly. It's a whole big long like VHS thing. It's crazy.
All right,
it's crazy.
Crazy.
I just like the Three Pigs.
Yes.
So then, let's see. Oh, you got another appearance by Azrael because Loki and Bartleby are trying to get bus tickets, and then they start talking about flying instead of taking anything to get to where they're trying to go to Jersey. And fucking, he shows up and he's like, I wouldn't do that. Then he kind of breaks it down, and he's like, look, like everybody's fucking looking for you guys, and you got to keep it on the low. Like he wants this shit to happen because, I mean, later in the film he lets you know why, which is basically he's tired of being a fucking demon. And if he has to destroy the world to get out of being a demon, he will. Which, in my opinion, like, why don't you just fucking find a way to kill himself?
Can't. He's already dead. He's in hell. No way out.
But still, he ends up dying.
That's okay. Because, you know.
Fuck it.
It is.
Fuck it. No, but they're on they're all on a train to Jersey, and then fucking Jay and Bob are about to smoke this spliff with these two swab motherfuckers just got on the last stop.
Barry and Larry,
which is Bartleby and Loki. So they're just fucking like kicking it and rapping and everything, and then fucking Bethany comes out and she's having a little heart to heart with Bartleby, which is funny.
Like it. I like it before whenever she walks into the car and she meets them and he's like, "Oh, Jay was just telling us that you were going to sleep with him."
Yeah,
he's just spouting off the random strangers about how he's going to bang her.
Yeah, that shit always cracked me up too. And then there's another scene later that we'll get to. That's pretty funny too. Because, like I said, like I don't know, like Damon, like everybody always said, like they don't like Damon in this movie. I'm like, I don't understand why. Like, I think he's fucking hilarious.
I think he's great in it.
Like, I know, like, the lines weren't wrote for him or whatever, but he fucking killed it. Are you guys on TikTok? That's where Michelle has been posting most of her videos. I am not. I think that's the only thing I don't have.
I'm on TikTok.
I don't
Chuck
have
Nasty Horror Writer.
I'll have to maybe get a TikTok. We should probably get a TikTok for this fucking show because that's where to go.
I refuse. I am not going to let the Chinese take over my phone.
All right. So it's just funny because so like Jay and Bob, whenever they're partying with Damon, and then like he's sitting there smoking a fatty, and then like Damon kind of gets it and has like hides it down so he can show that like he's not actually smoking it. And then fucking Muse ends up passing out. And then fucking like I said, Bethany and Bartleby are talking, and she's basically just like decides they should drink. She starts getting drunk and then starts saying shit she probably shouldn't talk about, even though she doesn't realize what these guys are or what they look like or anything. And then that's whenever Chris Rock comes over and realizes, like, hey, this is Bartleby. And she sobers up so fucking quick. Yeah. She's like, hey, you should meet my friend Barry. Like, quit showing off. And then he's like, calm down, Bartleby. And she's like, Bartleby? Like, she just snaps the fuck out of it.
Yeah, Bethany's not somebody you give a bunch of drinks to and tell her things. Or you just don't tell Bethany shit, because apparently when she has drinks, she'll tell everything.
She's going to spill the tea.
Yeah.
She is. But that's whenever you get the Raiders It's in the Raiders. The no ticket shit.
Oh wow, I can't remember.
I remember.
I want to say it's Raiders. But fucking, they're fighting because Muse gets knocked out by Matt Damon. Fucking Affleck is holding a fucking, what is it, a knife or something to her throat or something?
The broken bottle.
Yeah, broken beer bottle.
Yeah.
And fucking, so then like.
Last Crusade.
Last Crusade?
Yeah.
Fucking Chris Rock's like, hey, Biggie, get the door. So they fucking, the whole time, like, Damon's like pleading. He's like, why can't I just get off at the next stop? And he fucking tosses him out. And then fucking he grabs Bartleby and throws him out. And then fucking looks back and gets to the guy and he's like, no ticket.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kevin Smith has to talk at least once or twice in every film just to kind of surprise the crowd. So that was always the go-to move.
Yeah.
And with Silent Bob's character.
Yep. I always wondered what Silent Bob was going to say in every movie.
Yeah.
Clever quip, if you will.
Indeed. The scene I didn't get either, though, was like, so after they throw them off the train, and then next thing you know, they're just fucking hanging out in the woods. Like,
Throw mama from the train.
Why didn't they just keep riding the fucking train to New Jersey? Why'd they get off and go camping?
What was the idea that they could come back, I guess?
Yeah, but still.
That Bartleby and Loki like knew where they were. I think that was the problem. And they were worried that they were going to come back and try to kill them. So they had to get off the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You just needed that come to God moment with Bethany where she's like she's had enough. She's so frustrated. You know, she doesn't want this responsibility, and she breaks down. And then Metatron comes and talks to her.
She really breaks down because fucking Rufus is. That's whenever he tells her that she is what God's great grandniece.
Yeah, the last Ion.
How can I get a video store clerk shirt swag since I was an actual video store clerk? Well, we'll have to get the shit drawn up and let you know because we don't have any merch at the moment.
Yeah, we don't have a store yet, so still to be determined.
Once upon a time, we did, but then we kind of got rid of it.
We'll let you know for sure.
Something to discuss.
We can probably hook you up something. A little something.
Sure.
But yeah, so that scene always kind of like was weird, but then fucking it's funny because then like she has a little freak out moment, runs down by the lake, and then Metatron comes over and starts talking to her about shit, and then he like just kind of like puts them all in like another restaurant, and then they just kind of like are trying to come up with an idea of how to stop Loki and Bartleby, and then Silent Bob has the newspaper out with the cardinal on it and kind of shows Muse. And since they can kind of like telepathically connect, I guess, like Muse knows what he's talking about. So he's like, why don't we just ask this fucking dude to just not open? If they're not open, they can't walk. And then he gets credit for it. And it's just funny because like, again, like Bob's reaction is like, what the fuck? Like, why are you thanking the stoner for coming through? Like, it was my idea.
It's the prophets, man. They're living up to their moniker.
Finally. Thank you. I'd be happy to just get a video store clerk shirt and even be a part of this.
Appreciate that. Definitely.
We'll have a talk and try to get some merch and shit out there and have some people soon.
Get some t-shirts, maybe some hoodies. We got winter coming up, you know.
Yeah. I have one hoodie made. It was a prototype, but I don't like the way it looks.
The prototype.
Don't like the way it looks. It came shiesty. No, but I think that whole restaurant scene was pretty funny, though, just because they're like, the prophets finally come through. And then they go and meet the cardinal, and you can tell he's not having none of that shit. Like, all he's worried about is his fucking golf game. Like, and then, so, like, while he kind of, like, is like, nah, he's like, we're going to do this regardless. So then they end up going to a bar, and then Azrael shows up. and kind of holds them all hostage. And he's trying to get the bartender to make a holy bartender.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how. That scene always cracks me up though, because like once Azrael fucking has everybody like locked and he like kills the bartender with the fucking machine gun, and then his like little skater punks are holding him up, and then Muse starts laughing, and he's just like, "Holy bartender, I get it."
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Like that scene's fucking pretty funny. The saddest part of that
There's
scene.
a few
is
times that Muse really cracks me up in this, like where it's like, oh, he's got some really, really funny moments.
Yeah. Although the sad thing about that scene though, like I noticed like it looked like fucking Muse was like sleeping in some of the scenes, and I was like, what the fuck? So then like I went back and was like watching some other shit, and then Kevin was saying like how some of the scenes where he wasn't really having any dialogue or anything, he'd be nodding out and shit because he was still trying to overcome that horse.
Mm.
So like a lot of like weird scenes like that, you could just kind of like see him kind of spacing out or whatever. Is like he has having some bad days or whatever.
Yeah,
but he was still pushing through because he knew he had to. So I mean, it's a fight. So
yeah, I never thought about that before, but yeah.
You know, speaking of
sleep, yeah, but it does seem like he just woke up out of sleep in that scene. I never even thought about that.
Yeah,
Chuck, you were talking earlier about how you don't like Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler was actually considered for the role of Azrael at one point. He went off to do Big Daddy, I believe.
Ugh.
He'd be like
Well,
the
glad that
devil.
didn't happen.
Be like the devil in Dirty Work. Ever fucking ate the brownies?
I don't hate Adam Sandler as much as I used to. I just can't stand a lot about him. I don't know. He just annoys me. I don't think he's that funny. I love Anger Management because of Jack Nicholson. Yeah. Happy Gilmore and all that shit. I could give two fucks.
Wow.
I don't care. Billy Madison, kiss my ass. Don't really care.
He was looking for Sam Jackson and Will Smith possibly to be Rufus.
Yeah, I saw that.
That Will Smith, wouldn't that have been funny?
No.
I don't know. I'm not a big Chris Rock guy. So
I'm not either. Like to me, like the best thing he ever did really was like Bigger and Blacker. That stand up, like that stand up was funny, just because it was different for the time. But it was like I don't know. Like to me, he's no Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, he's kind of irritating. This is actually, I was gonna say, this is actually one of the only times he doesn't get on my nerves. Like he actually he does an all right job, but yeah, most of the time he really like I can't, especially when he's being serious. I can't take him seriously. It's like in that horrible Saw movie Spiral.
That was
like,
bad.
Oh, it was so bad, and he was horrible in it. Like I didn't believe him to be a badass, and he tried to be a badass the whole time. It's like Jesus, to stop.
For me, Chris Rock is MC Gusto from fucking
CB4.
CB4. Yes, that's my shit.
Either that or Butters from Lethal Weapon 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, those two roles are probably his best. And
that's how they fuck you with the cell phones. He does a fine job in this, and I can't imagine. I feel like Sam Jackson might have been too much.
Yeah,
I don't know, because I feel like Kevin Smith would have just let him be Sam Jackson, and it might have been a little bit too much for the character. I don't know. Will Smith, I couldn't see him doing it. So
there'd be a lot more motherfuckers in this movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I think everybody for the most part does a pretty good job with the roles.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, Linda Fiorentino. I wouldn't have mind. She's one of the ones that didn't like Spiral.
I didn't like Spiral either.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah, but that scene's funny because he was just kind of like communicating with Silent Bob, and then Azrael's like, "What? Like, you think he can fucking hit me with a golf club? It's gonna matter? Like, I'm a fucking demon." And then he fucking smashes it in his chest, and his fucking chest caves in.
Yeah, because serendipity.
Cardinal is an asshole, and blesses his golf clubs.
Yeah,
no, serendipity was communicating, giving him the
Muse as well.
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying Muse, as in J Muse.
Oh no, not that.
Oh.
Muse.
The wrong Muse.
The Muse, not Muse.
And it's funny that the little demons that Azrael has, the one kid looks like a younger version of Jason Mewes.
He does.
That's funny. I was like, is that his little brother? But no, it's not, you know. And those guys, I was watching and I was like, did they ever go on to be anything? And they didn't. They didn't have a big acting career after that.
I looked as well because I was like, I wonder if these guys ever did anything that I've seen and just didn't recognize, because that's probably their first thing they've ever done.
Yeah,
but nothing. No, but then they go to the. So they try to talk to the cardinal about shutting down the Catholicism Wow campaign, and he does not. So then they go to that, and then you see fucking Bartleby and Loki show up, and they just start spouting off shit. And then finally, the God Gang gets there to try to shut shit down or whatever, but they're just way too late. And fucking, they're just dropping bodies from the sky.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
They did. But I always wondered how, like, because as soon as they show up, like, fucking Damon already doesn't have wings.
Yeah.
So I wonder how he got his wings torn off. Did fucking Bartleby tear him off?
Unknown.
It never really says.
I mean, it says that he. Well, they said that he got him ripped, like that he ripped him off. Well,
they take it. Maybe
yeah,
maybe he took a sword and cut him off. I don't know.
He's just sitting there. He's already drunk.
Yeah, he's drinking, so he's human at this point.
Yeah, but that's one of my, like, that scene cracks me up though. Fucking Serendipity, the other Muse, the film Muse, fucking shows up and she's like, "Oh, Loki," and he's like, "The Muse?" He's like, "Oh my God, you got tits? Can I just?" She's like, knock it off. Like, I don't know why, but that shit always cracks me up. And then you can just kind of tell, like, he's over it. Like, he didn't really want anything to do with this anymore. And he's like, it's fucking him, man. Like, he's just going fucking crazy. Like, he's just fucking got tired. Like, everybody's dead. Now he's just bored. So he's flying around just picking up dead bodies and dropping them out of the air. He's like, he didn't even like watching me do this shit. Now he's the one fucking throwing people around. So you can just tell, like, fucking Bartleby just had enough. And he's like, I don't give a fuck, but, like, nothing's stopping me from doing this. Like, we're doing this no matter what. So he turns into, like, quite the asshole.
Yep.
But that shit always cracked me up, though, because fucking he's just dropping bodies from the sky.
Yeah.
There's all the what he says, the years of pent up frustration or whatever. If they only let us jerk off,
Right?
Probably would have saved a lot of lives.
But yeah, now Loki's human. He's got a conscience now. He's like, second guessing everything they're doing. Like, realizing that it's come to this point where they're going to undo existence, and everything's very real now, and he doesn't want to be part of it. But Bartleby, has decided. He comes down, he confronts his old friend, and says, that's one of the flaws of being human, having a conscience and a short lifespan, and shanks him.
Shanks him.
Sorry, Loki. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. And that's whenever they realize the end of the world's coming, and they're all fucked.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Then I feel fine.
They should have had that song playing during that whole sequence. Would have been fun.
I doubt Michael Stipe would have been okay with it.
Well, I don't care.
I don't either. But
see what's funny though, like that. So fucking earlier on in the film, whenever they're at the diner, like Muse is like, so he's talking to Bethany, and he's like, so if there's like 5 minutes to live, and the world's gonna end, she'd fuck us. So then they know the world's gonna end. So then he grabs her and runs and hides behind the fucking news band shit, and he starts taking off his pants, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "You said there's 5 minutes left to live on Earth, that you'd fuck me." And well, the way I look at it, there's 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So then she's talking like they figured out that the only way God could be missing is if she was just trapped in a body. And then he mentions the John Doe guy getting beat up at Ashbury Park at the skee ball fucking building.
Yeah, that was the beginning. The beginning of the film that we glossed over.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in this film, though. Like, I didn't realize how much shit was actually going on in this film until I rewatched it.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be one of those shows where
Yeah.
it's just a shitload of back and forth.
Yeah, but he makes that an off comment about John Doe Jersey, and it kind of like boop, light bulb goes off, and she realizes that okay, he's nearby, and that's where that God is trapped in a body. So I like it. She kisses him, and he's like, "That's what I'm talking about," and he tosses the condom.
Yeah.
She's like, "All right, get off me."
And then she goes over and gets fucking Silent Bob, and she's like, "You come with me. You stay here and make sure he doesn't get through those doors." Meanwhile, he's beating the shit out of everybody. So then fucking Muse finds the Uzi laying on the ground, and he's like, "What the fuck's he? What's he calling him? Fuck." He's like, "Hey," he's like, "Are you good
Suck a
playing
duck.
the counting game?"
Suck a duck.
Yeah, suck a duck. So he's like, "Are you good playing the counting game?" And fucking Serendipity, he's like, "No." And he starts fucking just racking off shots and blows his wings off. She's like, "You just fucking did him a favor, dipshit." So he's finally human, and he's like fucking enjoying every minute of it. He's like tasting the blood from his wings and shit. Which the wings didn't look terrible, but they didn't look good. But for 99, like it's passable.
Oh, they look fine.
There were whenever he's like kind of coming down, and you could tell it's CGI. They don't look as good, but then once he's there and it's actually practical wings or whatever, then it's fine. But like you said, it's 99. So and this isn't a, we talked about him wanting to do this on a very low budget. This wasn't a big budget either, $10 million budget.
Yeah,
and
that's
ended
nothing.
ended up clearing 45 million at the box office, which wasn't much either. For this being such a big production and having so many big names, I would have thought that it would be a lot higher grossing, but wasn't. I don't know if it was that backlash, or what. The deal with Disney wanted to put it out, and Weinstein's picking it up and distributing it. Eventually Lionsgate, getting on board. Those, a lot of roadblocks. I think this was originally scheduled to come out in 98 and it got pushed back to 99. So like almost a year delay just dealing with all the bullshit. So
a lot of bullshit in Hollywood.
Yeah. Count the shells, suck a duck.
And he fucking just racks off. Like, there ain't no way, like, he fired. I mean, that thing, I don't know. Uzi probably holds about 20 rounds. He fired way more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Way more. The old classic movie tip where they fire off 99 shots in a 9-clip fucking.
Yeah.
But then fucking, so then you get the reveal as Bartleby starts walking up the steps to go through the fucking church to just fucking get rid of humanity. The doors pop open and the bright light comes and you see Alan Rickman come walking forward with God. Alanis Morissette.
And she looks she's so adorable in this.
Yeah.
Like she really is. Like God's adorable.
Like it's just funny. Like, you just see her and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it threw me for a loop.
And she would go down on you in a theater. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Hey, I got one hand in my pocket and the other one's flipping you off. Get what? Okay. Do, re, egon.
I always say that shit. Everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I don't even know half the time. It's fine. So then fucking Bartleby's standing there and he just looks at her and he's like, oh, fuck. So he just kind of like kneels down. And then everybody else is telling Jay to kneel down and he's just like, whatever.
Whatever.
But I forgot to cover that. So Muse or Bob and her go run off to the fucking hospital to get John Doe Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, they pull the plug on him so he dies, so then God will leave the body.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't understand why she bled out.
Because, like, the force of God being released from the body, was too much. If you're in that vicinity, then you're done.
But Bob was there.
Was he in the room?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
I mean, but she's also pregnant. But we don't
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Maybe
It's
that was
ruined the ending,
maybe that was the beginning of it.
Jeez.
Ruined the fucking. I never saw this before.
Oh man.
But maybe it's because she was supposed to be the one to be pregnant. So that was like,
I don't know. Like, I think at first I thought like maybe she was receiving the wounds that the guy had, but I didn't see them say anything about him getting stabbed or anything. He just got the shit beat out of him with some hockey sticks.
No, like I said, I don't think Bob's in the room at that point. And I think she just goes in, takes him off life support, and then once God leaves the body, you see all the light and everything come out, and I think it just, that force of God being released ended up killing her. She had to sacrifice.
She was in the blast zone.
Had to sacrifice. She was a martyr.
so it only got her stomach. That doesn't make any sense. Like, honestly, like a situation like that, she should have been obliterated. So why just the stomach then? It has to do with something with her being barren later.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just weird. But then
I never really thought about it.
Going back to the God in Bartleby, though, like, he looks at her and he's just like, I'm so sorry or whatever. And then fucking Metatron's like, if you are from Earth and not some kind, what's he like, intergalactic, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, cover your ears now.
If you're not from this plane of existence.
Yeah, like cover your ears now. Then fucking she just screams, and then fucking Bartleby's head blows up. And then he fucking falls down.
Whole chest explodes.
It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one.
And then fucking Rickman's like has some blood on his shirt, so he just kind of like grabs God's fucking like skirt tails, fucking starts wiping it off. And then he's just like, "Oh, sorry."
Oh.
Whoops.
And she just takes off everything else.
And Muse wakes up, or he stands up and he looks. He's like, "Who the fuck is that bitch? What just happened? Why are you fucking just holding my head? Why the fuck's his head gone?"
Yeah, like that whole like dialogue right there that he does cracks me up every time because he's just like, "What the fuck is this?" And it's the way he says it with the last thing of it, and like I don't know. I love that part.
What the fuck happened to that dude's head?
Yeah. He's got such like you believe him.
Yeah. But then God just starts running around because she has a little blood on her, so she just like pulls off her outfit she's wearing, and then she's wearing a fucking like silver tutu outfit with a pair of like plaid boxer shorts. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Who the fuck are you, lady? Why the fuck did you hug my head? What the fuck is this? The piano?
Yeah.
It's funny because that line was written. I think originally Smith wanted Holly Hunter to play God. From Raising Arizona, Copycat. Good old Holly Hunter, and they didn't end up using her obviously, but they kept that line in there for the piano. So because she's in the piano.
Yeah. Alanis Morissette was good though. That was a good surprise.
Has everybody got fucking nuts? What the fuck happened to that guy's head? It's funny because he's just popping off right in front of God. He has no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a little mouth on him, doesn't
oblivious to what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
That shit cracks me up.
What would she look when Alan Rickman looks over at Alanis Morissette? Like this one, he's got quite the little mouth on this one or whatever, and she's like, I don't know. It's just there's something about that. And then finally, like she walks up and like he's sitting there like still blah blah, and then like she gives him a kiss or whatever, and he's just like
little peck on the cheek, and then
let me pass out or something.
Yeah.
I just like how whenever like she's like Bethany goes up and talks to her, she just kind of smiles, and her only line in the movie is boop boop. Just fucking taps her on the nose. Then they see fucking Silent Bob walking up with Bethany. Alanis was great in this.
Yeah, for the minor role, she did a good job with it.
And that was between tour dates. I think she was on tour, I believe, whenever they first started filming this. And then Kevin called her and was just like, "Hey, you should do this little role." And she was like, "All right."
Well, I think it was going to be her wedding day, and there was rain, so she had a little bit of time to come.
I was trying to think of something too.
No, so then fucking
I think she got a free ride, but it was already paid. Chuck, do you got any good advice? Well, I'm not going to take it.
Okay.
I don't know how you remember that fucking song. I barely remember it till you started saying the words.
Shout out Dave Coulier.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that still blows my mind that all those songs are about him, and everybody remembers that one line. You ought to know.
Yeah.
Cut it out. So weird. So weird.
No, but so Bethany's dead, and then fucking Bob walks up, and then fucking. So there's like that big massacre on the street. So she walks, kind of like dances out to the street, and fucking makes everything clean up and vanish. So like it never happened.
Yeah, that was the thing I was trying to figure out. Like everything disappears. So did she just clean up everything, or did it not happen? Are those people alive now?
I would say it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
So like
that's what I take it as. It's probably like one of them like kind of things where you can like make your own assumption.
Like Superman, like whenever in the original with Christopher Reeve, where he runs around, spins around, spins the planet backwards to run back time to save Lois Lane.
Save Lois.
Spoiler.
Yeah, fucking spoiler for a fucking 50-year-old movie.
Yeah, really.
But I would have thought that if everybody is alive again, they would have been there. But I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, fuck it.
Non-playable characters.
It's religion. It doesn't have to make sense.
It don't matter. Now where did I wonder where Loki and Bartleby went? Did they, because they became human and then they died, but they didn't have their sins forgiven. So are they in hell?
No, in Jay and Silent Bob reboot, Matt Damon explains what happened. He said, "Whatever happened to Loki?" He's like, "I was playing Loki before Loki was cool, and I didn't have to use a fake English accent." But he was like, so he's like, what did God do with Loki? He said, well, before she dropped him in Wisconsin, this time she dropped him in the Arctic Ocean and gave him amnesia, and he was found by fishermen. And so he had to do the reborn identity.
Makes sense.
You just got touched by an angel, bitch. That's my favorite scene in the reboot. That shit cracks me up.
I've only watched the reboot once, and I don't.
That movie's not bad. Clerks 3 made me cry, though, so fuck that.
I've still not seen that.
What?
Yeah, I still haven't seen that.
Clerks 3 was sad as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to be sad. I watch a comedy.
You don't want to be sad.
No, so then God saves Bethany, brings her back to life, and fucking that's pretty much a wrap from there. And then fucking Metatron's like, like she's like, well, we'll see you down the road. She's like, yeah, I am the last Zion. And he like touches her stomach. He's like, you were the last Zion. She's like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, nah, 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 nah. And then they all go fuck off, and it's the end of the movie.
Wow. Do you think it's Jay's kid?
I mean, unless he's fucking somehow amazing.
Which in Jay's mind, I could see that actually being his thought process.
No.
I know like the reason why we do this was because Kevin Smith's been running around the last, well, I don't think he's doing it. I think it's over now, but the last few months doing Dogma tours because he finally got the rights back after 25 years.
Yeah, 25th anniversary.
So that's why he's doing the 25th anniversary of Clerks whenever it's of Dogma, which is technically the 26th anniversary of Dogma. But it's because he finally got the rights back after 25 years. So now he is in the makes of making a sequel. And I know like one of the last interviews I saw him do, he said pretty much he's talked to everybody, but the only one that really hadn't got back to him was Chris Rock.
A sequel to Dogma?
Yeah.
But why? I'm still waiting for his goddamn like third horror movie thing.
I don't know.
Like, I don't need a sequel to Dogma. Dogma doesn't need a fucking sequel. Come on, smoke some more weed, Kevin Smith.
He quit smoking weed.
I know. He needs to start back if he's wanting to do a sequel to Dogma. That's like doing a sequel to the 10 Commandments. Nobody wants it. Nobody asks for it. It doesn't make sense.
The next 10 Commandments.
The 20 Commandments.
Neil but for side.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Indeed.
Talked about that earlier. Good old John Tunstall from Young Guns.
Mm-hmm.
Wall Street. Loved him in Wall Street.
They was hacking on me.
Episode 1.
But yeah, so that's Dogma in a nutshell. It's fucking great film.
Oh yeah, like I said at the beginning, it's a masterpiece. It really is.
It is. It's definitely one of Kevin Smith's most well put together films, I believe.
Oh yeah, it tells a pretty amazing story with a shit ton of things going on in the midst of it all, and the characters are great, and still slides in the dirty humor, and he didn't take anything away from what he's known as and all that shit or whatever. It just kind of added to it. Right. And yeah, Dogma's a killer fucking film. I'm glad that he finally got the rights back from that one dude.
Yep, that one dude. Asshole.
Yeah.
The wine.
It's a great film. Indeed.
Yeah, I think this is the film that kind of showed the world that Kevin Smith can be a real director. It's just not all dick and fart comedy shit. He can actually put together a script that's a really good story. It has, like I said, the lighthearted comedy in it. It's probably his most violent film, unless you count the horror stuff.
I don't know. Red State.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. Super gory or anything. But no.
Violent.
No. Yeah, violent, definitely. Yeah, he just does a great job of, like I said, telling a story and kind of weaving in all of these religious ideologies and everything like that, and being able to have fun with it and not put it down. So you can watch this film, you can laugh, you can learn something, and it's just like a modern telling of like maybe a story from the Bible. It's an adventure, and so many great actors. Alan Rickman, R.I.P. George Carlin, R.I.P. And I don't know if I want to see a Dogma sequel per se, but I'm very happy with how this film turned out. And if for whatever reason you haven't seen it before, then it's definitely something that you need to check out.
Yeah, his movies don't need sequels. Clerks didn't need a sequel.
They don't, but I'll watch them because I'm a Kevin Smith guy through and through.
I like Kevin Smith. I like all that
I'll
I've seen.
Anything he puts out.
Movies.
Like that show we talked about a few times on here, The Reaper. Like that was one of his shows. Like that was a great show.
Oh, I love that show. Yeah, that was a good one. Like, but I just don't. There's no point. Like Clerks 2, Clerks 3 didn't need to happen.
Like he still wants to do a Mallrats sequel. Like, he's just basically talking about doing sequels at the moment.
Horrible. Sorry.
Like I remember in Clerks 3, whenever spoiler if you haven't seen it, when Dante dies.
Oh,
fucking
dude, what are you doing? He just said that he hadn't seen it yet.
Dante dies?
Oh, fuck me. What are you doing?
I didn't hear him say that.
I just said I've never seen the third one.
Why?
Because it's the third one, and I just there's other things to watch.
Oh man!
You just told me that Dante dies. You just told the fucking
or does he? Maybe he's fucking with you.
He comes back as a fucking hologram.
I don't believe you. I think he dies, and you just told me that. Wow.
What a scumbag, man! You're going to hell for that one.
If there is such a place, maybe.
Wow. Okay.
But oddly enough, with Kevin Smith, his films aren't big blockbusters. Like if you look, like we said, this film, cost $10 million, grossed 45. What Clerks 3, $7 million budget, only made 4.7 million at the box office. So this guy isn't bringing in big money for the studios. So whenever it comes time for him to want to do a project, a lot of times he just has to go with what the studio is going to greenlight. So if they're like, oh, hey, we want a sequel to Dogma because that was one of your higher grossing films, then it's like, okay, either I roll with it or I don't do anything at all. And a lot of times you just got to kind of kneel before the studios and say, okay, I'll do the sequel if it means me getting some kind of funding down the road to do another project that I want to do.
Does Dante die at the end of it?
Of what? Dogma?
No.
Grant Hicks dies at the at the end of Dogma.
Are any of you guys on TikTok? A lot of our videos are on there, but we have been posting on YouTube as well.
No, Tamara, that's what we were saying earlier. Me and Chad aren't on there. Chuck's on TikTok. So, we don't see a lot of that stuff at all.
I'm not really on social media that much at all.
So, yeah, anything you put up on YouTube, we do see.
Yeah, that's where I see everything because I don't really fuck with social media much either. I promote the show and then I leave.
Yeah. I got too many apps.
That's about it.
I got too much.
Another fucking app.
This fucking social medias will fucking suck the life right out of you.
Well, anything else you guys want to add to Dogma before we roll this week's clip of the week?
Good fucking movie. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. And I'm sorry if you haven't seen Clerks 3. And Chad ruined
it for you.
All right. Moving on.
What a fucking dick.
Moving on.
Not the first time I've heard that. But anyway, so let's see what the generator has for us this week.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Darth Vader's his dad.
Tell her to get her ass in gear and post more on YouTube. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, Michelle.
Get your shit together, lady.
Emilio.
Clip of the week. 169 episode of Dogma.
What is a 69er?
69.
Very hot. I'd like to do any of these two guys at the same time. What? Oh.
Well, I'm asking. What scene is this from? Like, what is this movie?
Hell yeah! I'll do her. Damn. Twins.
I get it first.
Is that Bill Cosby?
I think the generator there is going a little different now. What the fuck was that?
I think the generator's been hanging out with Dave too much. 69, dude. I'm still trying to figure out what that means.
I don't know. Why not 96? We fox together. All right, gents, let's roll some ads.
Get paid.
Hey everybody, Laser Trading Company is on YouTube. See some of the videos from Mike's travels and experiences. If you haven't already, please head over and subscribe. 7,800 and growing. Thank you all. Laser Trading Company is also available on eBay with various merchandise and collectibles. Hundreds of great gift ideas. That's Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. You know him from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, Nasty Nation, Graveyard Talk, and the Video Store Clerks Podcast. He is the creator of Stoner Gore. Suits to the motherfucking Nasty! And if you're looking for the latest in extreme horror, head over to Amazon.com. Look up Chuck Nasty, and the following titles are available. Along with the latest album, Decay of Man, from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, available on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube now.
Along with
Twisted Eyeball Juice. It's a good little collection.
Or TEJ, as the kids call it.
Yeah, right. I'm still trying to figure out a drink for that. It'd be kind of cool to have a drink that goes along with that. The rocking chair, a nice little tiny novella there. Both of those I'm really proud of. Those are my two most recent things. Got a lot coming out though. Finishing up a book actually in the next couple of days, writing I think the last chapter from a collaboration I'm doing. One of the 3 collaborations I'm doing, and
stop. Collaborate and listen.
You motherfucker. And I almost said it anyway. But But I also have another novella that I'm actually doing final edits on, and I'll be getting that one out here before too long too. And it's a really violent story, as God intended.
Well, as everyone knows, Chuck, we've been doing the dealer's choice. Next week is your pick, my good man.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Da-da-da. The heat is on.
Crunch time now.
The heat is on.
All right. So I'm going to get a little different on this, just because it was reminded of me earlier that
Clerks 3.
Yeah, right. That we're going to be doing, getting ready to do a lot of horror. So I would go with somewhere different.
Okay.
Decided to think of a movie, maybe in the dark comedy aspect.
Right. Lay it on me.
And a movie that we've talked about a few times, and I don't think we've done it. But it stars Dave Chappelle, Norm Macdonald, and Danny DeVito, and that movie is Screwed. So I haven't watched it in a long fucking time. Been wanting to, and I was like, let's just do that one. So Screwed.
I actually watched that, I think, last year.
So next week, everybody's getting screwed.
Everyone gets screwed next week.
Enjoy.
Camera with like an autographed copy of the CD or one of your books.
That can be arranged. Definitely.
So next week, everyone gets screwed.
You're welcome.
I like it.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I had a couple other things in mind, but I figured I'll wait until it's the appropriate time, I guess.
That's right. We'll give you a little hint, a little clue. Is we got 6 weeks of horror coming up. We're gonna celebrate Halloween through September, October, and into November.
And I get to choose every one of them. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
We'll do a little break 1 week, and that's it.
Because Halloween is only once a year, and we don't get enough of it. So we got to get our horrors in. We got to fill that void, if you will.
Gotta get those horrors in.
The horrors.
Yeah. So that's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Join us again next Tuesday, and check us out while we talk about the Norm Macdonald, Dave Chappelle, Danny DeVito film Screwed.
Yeah, I think it's streaming on Stars, Amazon as well. So you can check that out and come chat it up with us next week. Everybody, Tamara, everybody stopping by the store tonight, hanging out. We appreciate you. We love you. Thanks for the love and support. Like and subscribe and share because we're trying to get to that 1,000 mark. Slow and steady, but we're gonna get there because you guys, we love y'all, and thanks for coming by and joining us tonight.
Yeah. So keep on trekking, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Fucking Dante does at the end. Some bitch.
To the motherfucking bitch.